should be happier than that.
Jordan may have targeted Mark. It's very sad, actually. He's preying on a senior citizen. Poor, short, old man, so that he can go and send his projects.
Mark's this kind of old school crusher guy, and he's making some resurgence at age 63, which is pretty cool.
Mark on-sided Moonlight Buttress.
Oh wow, I didn't think Mark could do that.
Mark Houdon did Moonlight. Jordan did Moonlight too, but yeah, he's 25. He's supposed to do it. It's supposed to be easy for him.
I really enjoyed this one. I was just blown away at the level of technical detail that goes into climbing, and it's all presented here in fairly digestible ways. There's a lot getting thrown at the viewer sometimes, but I think as it progresses and you're listening and paying attention, you just kind of get lost in this world with these people, these climbers, and it's just remarkable what they do. Very involved. I had no idea there were these huge icons and just sort of mega rock stars in that whole sort of industry and camp. And it was just really great to experience it and be led into that world where I would otherwise have no reason to be. So it's really great. It's a lot of fun. It's interesting, and it's also shot nice and really well too, because there's some great scenery there, and they make use of that, and it's just definitely worth checking out.
Loved this documentary about climbing. Thought they did such a great job with it. I really enjoyed that they took past generation with new generation, and although they're opposite, found a way for them to find this joining sense of thrill and appreciation for the climbing experience. I really liked the connection between the two climbers, Mark and Jordan, and I thought the communication between them was so strong, and that their mutual respect for one another really came through in this story. I loved in particular Mark's willingness to share and show his vulnerability. I thought that was truly moving in this piece, and just the honest emotion that came through, as well as the thrill for each other and the encouragement that they offered. I really think the filmmaker did a great job in showing this side of climbing, and it was just well put together, and really appreciate the efforts that went into making this piece.
A very provocative title, for it's what Mark Houdon would have on his tombstone if he was the type of person to actually have one. But like the rock he ascends, he is one with the environment. The movie is really at its best as it centers on the friendship between he and Jordan Cannon, who is only 25 years old, whereas Mark is 63. The movie really, which is beautifully shot and edited by Samuel Crossley, really centers on them climbing the free rider in free climbing style, which is just ascending with hands in your feet towards the summit, 3,000 feet off the ground. It's always seemed a crazy, scary premise to me, something that I've always admired, and the film does a great job in presenting the sheer drama and difficulty and navigation and free climbing, the concentration, the just brutal strength that you have to put on your body. It's mesmerizing to me, and it's not a language that I speak, so there are a couple times when the viewer might find at a loss to kind of understand. You're just kind of nodding your head like, the D3. But yeah, when it gets down to it, in terms of the photographic action shots, the mapped out visual data, and the sheer determination that you can catch in their muscular strength as they ascend the mountain, it's quite a spectacle. And it presents the realities, which are as harsh as the rock itself, and that time is running out just as their physical strength is in the harsh daylight. And that's a premise I think that no matter who you are, you can understand. But beautiful film to watch.
It was so nice hearing like all the people talk about Jordan in the beginning, because we really get like an insight and a glimpse of who he is as a person, but it's like right before we meet him, so I really appreciated that. I loved hearing his passion for climbing and like the history behind it, and it's also like it was really cool hearing about all the different routes that they took and all the places that they've been and climbed. So yeah, and like you can just hear the passion in their voices when they talk about climbing and how much it means to them. I also appreciated how honest they were being about the hardships of it. Like, they weren't trying to paint a false picture for us. They really told us the truth about it. So I like that. And I love the friendship that they have and the bond that they have. And I think we really learn a lot about their friendship in this short period of time. So yeah, I really enjoyed this film.
Such a thrilling film to watch. Watching them ascend those cliffs just made my stomach drop on multiple occasions. The filming was absolutely beautiful. The landscapes were so scenic. I really enjoyed seeing their endurance and their commitment to completing their challenge, especially for Mark, who I just can only imagine how difficult that must have been at his age, and the fact that he didn't give up and he pushed his body to its limit and then probably past that. It was a thing of beauty to watch. I really enjoyed their climbing songs, but my favorite part about the film was watching these two men form such a strong emotional bond and connection over, a year of climbing together. And at the end, just watching Mark burst into tears while Jordan is just holding him tight was the most beautiful thing to see. I love that Jordan got to climb with one of his heroes, and I know that this is a journey that neither of them will ever forget, but it's also very special that it was able to be documented in such a high-level professional way that I'm sure this was just an experience of a lifetime for them, and I really, really enjoyed watching their journey.
It was very satisfying to watch these two free climbers tackle the rock face. I like how the filmmakers captured little moments of philosophy were sprinkled in there, little moments of personality, instead of just simply covering the climb or the ascent. I really enjoyed that. And just seeing how they would overcome each obstacle or each setback during the climb. It all seemed calm and level-headed, despite, obviously, its level of difficulty. But they made it look easy. There were some really cool shots visually below the gentlemen as they climbed, and then also from above. And of course, where would we be if they hadn't captured, footage of dusk and dawn? I love how unscripted and free as can be everything seemed. And the filmmakers did a great job of staying true to the title and staying true to that theme.